Hey everyone, Chris at Lamin-x, and today we're going to install Lamin-x on this Tesla Model Y. We're going to do a Gunsmoke taillight kit that is pre-cut exactly for this Model Y. And we wanted to reduce the clear taillight look that Tesla has on this taillight and get something a little bit more smoked effect to match the charcoal gray body color. And I'm going to show you how to do an installation on this to show you how simple it really is and how fantastic it is to have that nice effect on your taillight. Here we go. Then we're going to take the spray that we provided in the kit, in the pre-cut kit, and you're just going to fill it with filtered or distilled water. It's a spray, kind of a light mist, right? We're going to start off on this inside piece. Not so much that it's dripping, but just kind of aerated air bubbles. And then you're going to take the Lamin-x, and it has a bunch of handling tabs on here, so you're able to actually peel the Lamin-x off, the liner off, and you're able to handle the Lamin-x using the handling tabs, so it keeps your fingerprints off of the adhesive. Separate the liner from the Lamin-x. You want to make sure you're careful that it doesn't pinch as you're pulling it off. And I'm going to handle it using the handling tabs, and now align it. Just lightly tack it on here, get it aligned on. And you can pull this back up and reapply it till you get it aligned perfect. Now that I'm aligning it on the bottom lip here. And then I'm going to take my sprayer. I'm going to spray the outside of the Lamin-x. And this is just going to give me a lubrication layer for my squeegee as I squeegee it down. And I'm just going to use a smooth pressure to actually squeegee this Lamin-x down. Apply down. I'm not really stretching and pulling on the film at all. I'm just using a good moderate pressure, moderate to firm pressure on the squeegee. You see I still got some water pockets here. Now pull back up using the handling tabs. I'm just using a nice firm pressure, spreading my fingers across the entire squeegee so it's consistent pressure all the way up. And then it's wrapping over top of the edge here, top of the light. All right, so now it's actually applied down. So what we're gonna do is now we're gonna take the Lamin-x trim tool, and now we're gonna trim off these handling tabs. So I'm just gonna start off one side, and I'm just gonna score the film to the other side, peel the tab off. So it's a little bit wider than the light, but that's no big deal. Just fold the Lamin-x over up underneath and tuck it in. So that's the first piece. Now we're gonna repeat this process on this other light. What you can see on this light, what happens is we actually have a nice solid lip around here. It makes the installation more difficult. Professional installers can able to do this in one piece, but customers such as yourself with not much experience would have much more difficulty with it. So what we did is we designed the kit to actually have two pieces. So it has one here, and then a second one that actually goes around the top and applies around there. The color that we have on here is called Gunsmoke. This is our medium smoke film for taillights. Probably one of our most popular, if not the most popular color for taillight. So now I'm just lining it up. I'm just trying to make sure as I lightly apply it down that it's aligned up properly and I don't have any large bunched up areas. Again, now I'm going to take the sprayer. Just missed it. Now I'm going to take my squeegee and do the same process. I'm just going to squeegee this piece down. Has a little air bubble in here, no big deal. Take my handling tab, pull it up. If you have any air pockets, air bubbles you don't want to pull back up, no worries, they'll actually evaporate over time. So now I'm cutting off the handling tab again. I'm just going to use the edge of the light as a guide. Just scoring the film, and then when I get down to the end, I make a deeper incision, so I have a starting point to pull it off. And you want to be careful here to make sure I don't damage the paint. Kind of cutting in the gap in the seal. Use the squeegee to tuck it in. Score the outside layer. And when I get the other side of the tab, though, I'll just do a deeper incision and pull it off. I'm not cutting all the way through the film, just actually scoring it. So now we have then this little piece that we need to apply on it. We'll do the same mist sprayer. All right, then we're going to line it up on top, and I'm actually going to, this is a two-piece, so I'm actually going to make sure these pieces are meeting together perfectly. And what I'm doing is just gently aligning it, going around, make sure it meets up right together perfectly. Not over like that, but right onto each other. And now I'm going to take the squeegee and just squeegee the water out from underneath it and press it down. And notice it's actually misaligned a little bit off the top, so I'm going to try to pull it back up, and I'm going to try to realign it better. Not because it's thin, it's a little bit easier to stretch. I'm trying not to stretch it. I just want to have it lined down cleanly. All right, so now I got it up on the edge properly here. Now I'm gonna try to pull it back and actually align it with the edge of the kit. A little bunched up area here, so now I'm just kind of spreading it out wider, redistributing it over a wider area. This is a little technical because there's a lot of corners to it. So I'm just making sure it all kind of aligns up as I'm applying it down. Squeezing water out from underneath it. All right, so that piece is now installed, and now I'm going to take our trim tool and again trim off the handling tabs. All right, so now we have one last piece that we're going to install on. I'm going to just line it up using, so in this case I'll use the top edge here. I'm going to spray the outside. Kind of squeeze the reflector area first, and there's a little gap and seam around the reflector area, so I'll take the squeegee and kind of press in around it. Kind of conforms to the actual shape of the light and the reflector itself, so it looks natural and organic. Good medium pressure and just squeeze, be smooth, consistent. Squeezing that moisture out from underneath. Okay, and that's done. Now we're going to trim off our handling tabs, then dry it up. All right, there it is. And there we go. There's a Lamin-x Gunsmoke taillight installation on this Tesla Model Y. It has a beautiful smoked out effect to match the body color. It has enough light output to meet requirements. It is 100% made here in USA, 5-year guarantee. All you have to do is wash and wax it when you wash and wax the car. If you have any problems with your installation or any questions about the products, just hit us up on live chat, email us at help@laminx.com, or give us a call. Thanks, and have a great day. Take care.